And I know the background of our Mama Esther, but she can, if you have something to say. And I think there are other people.
Did you go offline? Okay. Are you saying something? We can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here now.
Okay.
Mhm. All right.
Good evening once again.
Good
Good
evening.
evening,
Thank
Mom.
you.
You're welcome. Yes, I used to be like that once upon a time. Thanks to Reverend Adesuwa. We are where we are today. And by the grace of God, how will I say it? We can do better. Yeah.
Of
We
course.
understand better. And so we are able to accommodate and we are able to handle situations better than before. I can be, if you don't have the understanding, I think everything boils from when you don't have the understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So when you get more understanding, yeah, more information, then you are able to deal with situations like that. And yeah, and you would know that it's not a bad thing. You
Yeah.
just have to learn how to handle a situation so that, yeah, the child will not be more aggressive or more
Agitated.
agitated. Yeah. So we thank God, and I pray that mothers in that situation will also get more understanding and can be able to make the children more comfortable. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much for
much.
your input.
Thank you.
Like I said, when I was talking, it's a process.
Yeah.
It's a process. Those that have it, well, some people are naturally calm in the face of a storm. But for myself, I can speak for myself. It took me a while to learn it. It wasn't an easy journey. Even me, I surprise myself sometimes. You know, you will try to hold it in. You try to hold it in. You try to hold it in. Sometimes when it's full inside, it starts dripping out and you are still holding it. Sometimes it drips out in the open, sometimes it drips out in secret.
Yeah.
But as time goes on, everything, starts mellowing down.
Yeah.
And something is very, very obvious that your level of acceptance
Mm-hmm.
is, how do we say it? Like it's your level of acceptance that determines your level of patience.
That's true. Having
Because
that understanding,
yes,
it
when
helps
you
to
when you
manage.
have understood,
Yeah.
it brings down the expectation. And
Exactly.
when the expectation is down, your patience increases.
That's true.
So by the time you have realized that, look, this is not about me, this is not about my child, this is not about what I did wrong or what I did right, this is about what it is. As much as we continue to hope for the best, we accept what is today.
Of course.
And when you get to that level, believe me, many other things begin to fall into place. You just kind of be at peace with yourself, with the child, with the environment, with everyone.
Mhm.
And when you get to that level, it feels good, you know. It feels good. It's just unfortunate that it doesn't come at the beginning. It comes when you
Well,
would have wasted lots of emotions.
yeah, but then I think that is life in general. Okay, we learn.
Yes.
And we need to have that, like what you say, when you embrace your situation, it gives you the understand, okay, now this is what I got. Then what is it about? Because what you
Yes.
don't know, there's no, it's difficult to manage.
Yes.
So the reason I insist on us getting knowledge, the reason I insist on all connecting, networking, is because it gives, because when you have the knowledge, you are no longer having that anxiety,
Yes.
especially when you are dealing with the system. For example, one of the things I got to in the UK system is that everybody is trying to cover their track,
Yeah.
right? They because the government is very strict when it comes to children and vulnerables. You understand? So
Yeah.
instead of we being open-minded, trying to teach or help the everyone understand, we are trying to safeguard our own uh
Space.
position or face or whatever, and then we are trying to pull down the other person, even if they don't have the full knowledge of what they are dealing with. So
Yeah.
that's why one of the reasons we do what we do is creating the knowledge and creating space for knowledge to begin. You understand? And
Yeah.
then once you understand that, okay, everything that needs to happen is for the well being, the priority here is the well being of my child. So if anybody is going to put you under pressure, you knowing that you being under pressure is going to affect your child, you are able to tell them to stop. Now, I'm not going down that lane. You're not doing this to me because you're going to create anxiety in me. And like Dr. Ijama said, me being anxious will make my child anxious.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm not going to do that. You see what knowledge gives to me. So if anyone come to me now, try to accuse me of anything, I will have the words to be able to dissect it with them. That how do we arrive at what you're accusing me for? And what have you done to help me understand? You're trying to put me, I'm the main caregiver of this child. Now you're trying to stress me out. Does this benefit this child?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
And
Because
intervention should be
the system,
child-centered.
yeah, the intervention should be child-centered. So you cannot put me under pressure and expect my child to be okay.
Yes, to behave better.
So when we now have this understanding, then can sit. I'm not accusing anyone because they are doing their job, but then we'll do it understanding that putting pressure on me does not help my child.
Yeah.
So same with families, same with whoever is expecting anything from me.
Yes.
Sometimes I go out with some children and some parents are like, oh, I said, don't worry. So as I go into those establishments, I just made them to know that this child is in the spectrum. So there might be disruption. You understand? That's why society like this is okay. Because when you, and then they are able to support you. There's one young person that came to my orbit recently, and he's not a young, adult, but he's so finding life difficult. Why? The parents up till now are in denial
Imagine.
that this child is in the spectrum. And this child is just being so vulnerable because everyone is, people are not happy with him. He doesn't have the capacity for relationship. And he doesn't have the diagnosis. So there is no help
Yeah.
for him. And this kind of situation, why? Because the parents did not want the stigma.
Mm.
But who is not suffering it? This child is suffering it. Under 3 months, he has stayed with over 5 people, and no one is able to
Was
stand
able to
him.
support. Yeah.
Do you get it? Because if they have done their due diligence the time they needed to do it, we will not be in this situation. The child will have had the help the child needed, and they wouldn't have been having whatever. And that does not make that person lesser. It just make their condition to be understood and supported accordingly.
Yeah. Doesn't take away who they
It
are.
doesn't take away. We have talked about the inventor. Even lately, the guy that died, the one that did iPhone, Steve Jobs, he
Yeah.
was autistic. He could not be in they said he started this iPhone in a garage because he was not able to be in the public. He can't be in the midst of a lot of people. But he's a genius. Social emotionally cannot stand anybody. Neither can people stand. Do you understand that? So these are the things that we are talking about. So when we get those knowledge, it is challenging, it is overwhelming. Of course, it is. You can't just take your pulse and just say, "Oh, I'm going." No, you can't. There are a lot of things you have to put into consideration. But in the midst of all those things, there's still that greatness that we can focus on.
Yeah.
And there's still the ability when we acknowledge and embrace the situation that, okay, this is the area I need help. You understand? And we start sourcing those help. We should not be ashamed of sourcing those help. It's very important. And for maybe a society that have not embraced it yet, this is an awareness. We are all human beings, and we all deserve the human dignity to be treated as a human being, whether in
We
the
own the
spectrum or
world
not.
equally.
Exactly. And I hope this helps us to have a bigger heart, to empathize, and to be able to support those going through and those that are in, to be able to understand
Navigate.
that you don't have to apologize for the situation. You have every right to be here. You have every right for your child to be here. And you have right to ask for support. You
Yeah.
must not isolate or ostracize yourself just because there's going to be obstruction or disruption in public. They will not hide them away. They have to go to the mall, let them go to the mall. Mall is for everybody. So, yes, there will be some disruption, but the more they do it, the more they get used to it. We must not take away the human decency and dignity as human life skills away just because we are scared of scandal or meltdown.
Yeah.
And I hope that that resilience, like our doctor say, is not easy, but we have to build that muscle slowly,
Yeah.
slowly and continuously, consistently. People will stay, let them stay. With time, they'll get to understand. All right. Before we go, I will call on our mommy Tina. She has something to say. and then our doctor will just round up for us. Our time is up. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr.
Good
Fisa,
evening.
Dr. Idoma,
Good evening.
and Minister Esther. Yes, so actually I didn't join at the beginning, but the little I would want to add to it is sometimes parents are new to such situations,
Yeah.
and the overwhelming aspect of it is not really understanding the child and the lack of communication or understanding the gestures of the child, who's the parent in the situations, and then they think maybe this is the right way to stimulate my child's calmness, but rather it's escalated. And
Yes.
sometimes we at the other end, instead of encouraging and comforting the parents, we'd rather become judgmental and we make things worse for them. So I think what we as society have to do, like doctor said in the initial stages, is being empathy and then being there for people. You don't need to know the person. Sometimes you can meet a parent that is going through stress or anything. You can just tell the person it's okay to be not to be okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
okay not
Yeah.
to be okay.
Yeah.
And yes, and sometimes you can just let the person know that it's not about the people, it's about you and the
Mm-hmm.
child, how
Yeah.
you feel. It's not about how society feel. What makes you comfortable? What gives you that joy? Like we said, every child is unique. And
Yeah.
so you don't need to look at the disability of your child and feel like maybe you did something wrong or something is not right somewhere. And sometimes children who are too intelligent tend to, unfortunately, have this kind of traits. And
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so we have to see that our children who exhibit such things are unique in their own way. It's just
Yeah.
that they
That's
do too much and then their brains is not able to contain it. And so they want
mm-hmm.
to explore it in their own understanding. And so we also as parents have to also learn our children's communication, what makes them more comfortable. Like you talk about the sensories. Sometimes children find things that are smooth, agitating or irritating. They think
Yeah.
things are rough, maybe jumping around, doing things. So you have to find a way to calm or reduce the energy. So like you talk about, you doctor, you know about like nutrition and all these things. So it's very important that we build a society where those of us who are privileged to have knowledge on how to deal with things, we we can also be of good help to parents going through such situations. And also like Dr. Adesuwa said about parents trying to make their children do things to other people, maybe greeting people and all these things. You cannot enforce the child to do that, but rather if you want your child to be in that situation, you have to support the child to understand that maybe when we come in the midst of people, but you have to start it from somewhere, not in the midst of the people. So
Yeah.
maybe from home, you start training your child in that situation that when we go out, you see people, it's you explain to the child to understand why I have to do it. If the child is not happy to do it, you leave it. I would cite an example that happened at work yesterday. This lady has never hugged me before, but I don't know why. But yesterday I was trying to support her with feeding, and I realized that I gave her ice cream, but she didn't like the ice cream because maybe it was too cold in her mouth. And so she's not too verbal, but all she said was no. So I opted for yogurt. The moment I gave her yogurt, she hugged me.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah,
Showing
she hugged me and she was
appreciation.
like, yeah, and she was like, oh, mommy, mommy. So
Yeah.
I was like, she's seeing me as maybe I'm being a mother to her. You
Yeah.
understand? But
Yeah.
it was something that I just did out of the blue. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about it. Is it going to work for her or not? I
Yeah.
just said
But you gave
everybody's
her
having
choice.
Yeah,
You get have
everybody, yeah,
choice, you know.
everybody's having ice cream. Let me try you with yogurt. You see, and then when I
No,
enjoy
if
it,
if
yeah,
if you have not given her choice and she
yeah,
couldn't express herself, that would have been that would
Yeah,
yeah,
have
a sort
caused
of
behavioral
pressure,
issue.
yeah,
You
tension.
understand? But
yeah.
because now she was able to, you gave her opportunity to have choice. You know,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you don't want this, okay, this, and then he's able to be happy with the other choice. So, and
Yeah.
that's what human dignity is all about.
Yes.
Choice, the
Yeah.
ability to have my own choice. But
Mm.
because somebody is having a certain disability, we shouldn't take that away and impose ourselves on
Mm.
them. That's where all this we are talking about. No
Yeah,
matter whether they are children or adults. So we must respect their dignity as well.
exactly.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we round up. We've gone past our time now.
Thank you so much, everyone who came out to join us. Meet you again by
Bye
Thursday
bye.
next week by 7
Thank you.
p.m.
Have a good
Thank you,
Thank
my
you.
evening.
sister. Thank you, Tina.
Thank
I still
Thank
Bye.
want my
you.
shoes.
All right. It's summer, so I'll go check it out.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.